There it
Is
is.
it live? Are we live?
We're live.
Hello. We're doing things a little bit different today. We are the Pop-Up Podcast. We're two men down and we're doing everything completely different. We've not got a subject at all. I'm the host of today, not Richard.
Today we are the Pop-Up Podcast. We're
What the
two
hell
men
is that
down.
noise? Thank you very much, Richard. Ruining my spotlight. Just so you can make yourself look good any other day of the week. Speaking of Richard, do you want to go and introduce yourself?
I think everyone that's going to watch us is going to know me anyway, but
I doubt it. You're not that popular.
yeah, but if someone I'm Rick Morley. I do brain fizz on the internet, woodworking stuff. That's me.
And the other guy, you're right, am ya?
You're right, Sam. Yeah, I'm Joe. Average Joe's joining me on YouTube, but it's just going to be random days, isn't it? This just see what we can all come up with, what everyone's up to, I suppose.
Yeah, and obviously everyone knows me. I'm the crazy Brit of the three. I'm Jamie. So yeah, we're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk about a load of random rubbish today. So feel free to join us. Say whatever you like, and yeah. Is there anything over in the chat? Any?
I think we got four watching, so it's not actually Red Smith there. Yeah, hi Red.
Ah, Gerald.
Why are these people at work?
I have no idea.
I thought we were the only layabouts that actually didn't go out and feed their families and just stayed at home.
So that's the thing, you're actually working, like, so you're putting us to shame at least.
Yeah, I can't really afford to take any time off. I'm so far behind on this as it is. I've got to.
What is it you're working on?
These are the doors for Satan's sock drawer that I was telling about in the podcast earlier. Those old 70s, just like two mahogany cupboards, and these are like I don't know what they're veneered boards. They're block boards, but I don't know what the veneer is. It might be something like sycamore or maple, maybe. I don't know. It's quite pretty, but I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. What about you, Joe?
Well, I've actually been designing a new project. I suppose I could give a bit of a sneak peek on this if this screen share should work. Let's have a look. Application window. Is it going to work? Yep, share.
Red Smith has just asked where Chris and Alan was. Well, this ain't really a proper podcast. It's just a mess around at the moment. So they may pop in a bit later on. Yeah, it's just a laugh and a joke, really.
I think, to be fair, Alan is at work, isn't he? Because it's kind of
I think so. Yeah,
early morning.
Alan's being a good boy. He's being a daddy.
Alan is the daddy.
Yeah, Alan is the daddy.
Am I screen sharing here? Can you see SketchUp on my PC?
Yeah, I can see the share your screen thing.
So
if I highlight you, if we click present to everybody.
So, can you see SketchUp, or is it just?
It's showing the share screen thing at the moment, but there you go. Now I can see you again.
I'll just share my whole screen.
No, yeah, there we go.
You can see. Well, this is actually what I'm designing for the next charity build.
That's badass.
I usually try and keep it a bit of a secret, but this is literally going to be just layers of plywood. So these, I was originally, the side pieces, I was thinking, I'll just cut the circle out and interlock them, but it seems as if they're going to take up too much room. So I'm probably going to have to cut them in half, like slightly over halfway the one side. So like something like that, and interlock them, so they'll actually have some form of strength to them. But that's basically all it's going to be. Top and bottom will be walnut, throwing a lazy Susan on the bottom so it can spin round, balloon on the top like the rest.
Yeah.
That I really, really
like. That's pretty cool.
So presumably you've got I don't know if this is going to end up as just an audio thing or whether we leave this on YouTube, but...
Oh, yeah, I thought it was just leaving it on YouTube.
So just looking at that, you're obviously going to have solid one piece of plywood as the shelf?
Yeah, so...
How are you going to do those rings?
Literally,
continuous.
Yeah, the plan was going to be, so what's painted black on there, there'll be a bottom solid shelf of plywood, 2 floating shelves in the middle, and a top plywood one as well. And then for the actual open rings, I was going to use a trammel on the router to create a donut, cut an opening at the front, which would represent this, and then cut it in half at the back at a random point, and then use those as a flush trim template to then cut the other shapes and literally glue them up layer by layer. That's what I was planning.
Yeah. So, I mean, because they're not going to be. You're not going to cut loads of rings out, surely, and then.
No, I'll do 1 ring to get me my 2 templates, and then just cut out whatever pieces I can fit anywhere. Let me try and grab a piece. Show you what I mean. Oops, I don't know how to use SketchUp. So I've got a piece like this.
Yeah.
Make unique. Then, if I randomly pick a part that's off center and split it in half there, then I'll be able to take this one piece, stick it onto a scrap piece, flush it up with a router, take the other piece, flush that up, and keep repeating that and glue them up layer by layer. So then, like, that'll then climb up, but this one will be over that side instead. So you've got kind of like a brickwork pattern. So
it's a giant segmented bowl.
Basically, yeah, that's the kind of idea.
But rather than make that out of, look, I mean, I'm looking at those as a rectangular piece of supply.
Yeah,
that's a large piece of supply that you're only using like 2% of, isn't it?
Well, this is what I was hoping. If I actually just have this like semicircular shape, then I should be able to stack a lot inside each other to make use of the material itself, rather than having a lot of gaps.
Why don't you take it one step further than that? Because you could literally, and I don't think it would be any extra work if you had, like, I don't know if you can see mine. So this is just something that I've got on the back of my bench. Is Jamie able?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So these are 6 hexagons, an octagon. Yeah. You could do that with ply, and you just like cut them off at an angle. You wouldn't even need to know what the angle is, because they'd just be randomly all over the place. And then with the base, from your trammel, put that on there and get your outside circle with the flush trim bit, your inside radius from the trammel.
I'll get you.
Then just put a load of bits on top of it.
Yeah.
And then you put the flush trim bit, because if you, it sounds like a lot of work. But I reckon you'd get a perfect match per layer, rather than trying to make your arc and then glue it on lined up.
Yeah.
I reckon that would actually be quicker, because you just glue up a layer, wait for it to go off, trim it, do the next one, all the way to the top, and then you've got very limited minimal sanding, haven't you?
Yeah, I think the only issue would be is what would the actual trammel register off. If like you've got your random ring glued up, you got to then center the trammel somehow on something.
Yeah, but what you could do is on your base layer, if you mark that out as start off with a square, so your initial bottom black layer on that is a square piece of plywood.
Yeah,
you've got your center then.
Hey, Mr. Q.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hello. Oh, wait, somebody else already uses that, right? No.
Yeah,
I used it today. It's lucky you turned up. Them two were bad mouthing you.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, let me think. I'll try for a new intro in a second. Go ahead, Richard. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, we just kind of spitballing ideas for Joe's new current project idea, which is cool, by the way.
I'll reshare it while you're talking.
Yeah, so I was thinking, if you initially that bottom layer had it as a square, then you can mark where your center point is fairly easily.
Right.
Then have another square a bit smaller, and it literally only needs to be like 2-3 inches square. Mark the center of that and line those corner points up on the pencil lines for the base bit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you raise it up a layer.
Yep.
Then you can drill into that for your center point for your trammel without marking that bottom black shelf. Yeah?
Right. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Cut a whole load of layers out for your first ring, then route the circle in both layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flush up the outside, route the arc for the inside piece, and then when you come to layer number 3 or the second layer of rings,
Yeah.
you can use the first layer for your flush trim bit.
Is the guide? Yeah.
The guide, and then you can go as high as you want. Then you don't need a long cutter. You only just need a cheap 1/4 inch, 20mm depth to cut on a flush trim bit.
That makes a lot of sense.
And you just spin it around. Then by the time you get to your next shelf, you do the same again, but it will be a square, won't it?
Yeah.
So
well, actually, even going off that point, do you think that like maybe if I did the first layer how I was describing, so use my Trammel, cut out a solid circle, then okay to waste the material, but cut out a secondary circle as a donut, use that for the very first layer, and then just flush trim to that from the rest, like you were saying, building up random blocks.
Yeah. But if you do that for your first layer, that's going to be like that C shape, isn't it? So So I'd be inclined to route the inner radius, the actual circular ring for that first layer of strips, and then cut round. So don't make it a ring, make it a circle within that square bit of scrap.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Because the inside arc's going to be the difficult one to route, I suspect. But then the outside, you just flush trim, zump, and wing it round.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah, thanks for that. I never even thought of doing it like that.
An easier way of doing it is do it with a scroll saw.
You could do a smaller version of that with a scroll saw.
You could do that size of a scroll saw.
Well, it depends what those measurements are. It could be.
This is 1/2 meter diameter.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, 1/2 meter diameter by 1/2 meter tall.
Got a couple more people over in the chat room. We've got a previous guest. We've got Sean from SE Woodworks, which I believe was Chris's shout out, just gone.
Oh, and wait, I've got the intro. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
That's someone else's as well.
Somebody else uses that too, don't they? All right, let me keep thinking.
This is Chris's contribution for the entire pop-up.
And
I got it.
Also got
so beautiful. No, that's somebody else.
No.
We've also got Dom from Smash Melon Creations, and the Red Smith is still over there, and he says, "Hey, Chris."
Thanks, Red Smith. Hey guys, what's going on?
Did you guys see Gerald's posts that he was making from the European Maker Faire?
No,
I'm very jealous.
I don't think so. No, I saw a couple of things he done.
There are posts coming out of the yin yang. It was a bit like Atlanta all over again, but it wasn't Hanover? Was it Hanover?
Yeah, it was Hanover.
Yeah.
It hurts even more knowing that it's actually pretty close. It's going to be hard to jump on a plane and get there.
Yeah,
or a boat or a car.
Yeah.
You remember the Sunday? Andy said that Red had dialed him up and that he passed Andy around the whole table they were sitting at.
Yeah.
So
I followed Rob Appleman. He done a live stream on, I think it was Instagram, and I think it was Rob Appleman. I think
Oh, cool, and, Gerald. Gerald's got a vlog coming up.
So, yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm sorry, Jamie. Were you talking?
I think so. Yeah. Sorry, I was talking while you were interrupting.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I think you've still got Joe as share to everyone, mate.
Oh yeah. So I've just been sitting here like, mind you, we got to get the female audience up a bit, so that's probably best.
Yeah. Right. Well, let me show. Here's my ass.
Sean from SE Woodworks wants to know, are these pop-up podcasts whenever we want, or are they under schedule? I think they're going to be, it's whenever we want.
Yeah, it's going to be whenever we have the opportunity to get together.
It's whenever Jamie is awake. Well, that's never.
That's not far from the truth.
James is asleep when he is awake, yeah.
Mr. Berkey in the house.
You guys do know that it's like almost like 8 o'clock in the morning here, right? I mean, it's like 8:15 in the morning. I know that doesn't mean much to you guys because it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon to you, but I'm just saying people are still having their coffee in America. So
They're still having their coffee in England.
Yeah, but when we normally do it, that people are having their coffee somewhere else. I don't know what the time zone things are, but I kind of like the idea of random between sessions because we're doing it regularly. People can adjust their viewing schedule, I guess, but it's going to always be favourable for some people and always unfavourable for others.
Yeah. It's 6 a.m. in New Mexico, apparently. There's Drew 86. So hello, New Mexico. And what time is it? It's something next week in Australia or something as well, isn't it?
Next week.
Somewhere on the earth, it is some other time to what it is right now for each one of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey, Jamie, why don't you shoot Gerald a link and maybe Andy too if they want to join us. I don't know if they want to or not. I mean, you guys can answer that in the chat, I suppose. But if you want to, hop on in here, guys. Why not? This isn't planned or anything. I mean,
yeah, it's not planned.
I'm having my morning cup of coffee.
I'll send them a link.
We have no idea what we're doing, so you might.
No, I think the best way that we can actually describe this is we have like a private podcast chat over on Facebook where we discuss what we're doing for episodes and stuff. But literally throughout the week, literally every day, all day, we're just chatting about anything and everything. It's like, well, everybody does this. Everybody's constantly talking about what they're working on, what they've got planned, what they're actually, even if it's nothing to do with making. So we thought, well, why don't we just broadcast it? People joining in the chat. That's what everybody does anyway. So why not share it?
Absolutely. Yeah, some of the things we discuss may not be appropriate.
Probably. Not at this time anyway. Well, depending where you are.
Yeah.
Well, that's down to you to share your results with people, Chris. If you're.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to remember what our topics of discussion were this morning.
And he says he can't. He's in the shop working. Now, don't lie to us, Andy.
He's not cutting the grass, that's for sure.
No.
Oh yeah, well,
not cutting the grass.
Well, earlier, Alan said, "Yeah, true that. I'll smoke a bunch of crack while I'm watching." I have no idea what that was about.
It doesn't get more random than that, does it?
No.
What are you working on, Jamie? We talked about.
I am not working on anything at this second. I'm doing this, but I'm doing that. Getting ready to do that Queen portrait. I was actually going to start it today, but I'm a bit worried about drilling holes into the Queen's head on camera, if I'm honest.
But you're not drilling holes into her head. You're drilling holes into a piece of wood to make.
A British SWAT team is going to invade your home thinking you're a terrorist.
Yeah, James Bond's going to come down here and slit my throat or something.
Well, no, this is England. You'll get like a one-handed gauntlet, like across the face or something.
Yeah.
And then
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, you insult the Queen.
Yeah. I'll end up at the Tower of London in the stocks.
Yeah.
Crows hanging around me.
Not that we're stereotyping at all, or
No. On the plus side, I do get a cup of tea beforehand.
Let's see.
That's your last request. Right, I'm just going to nip across for 5 seconds. I will be back. I'm just going to mute and.
The SAS invades Jamie's shop.
You and Joe keep everybody company. I'll be right back. I'm going to go into my shop.
Oh, me and Joe.
Yep. That's kind of scary, but yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. That should be fun. This is where it goes quiet. I can't have a proper conversation with Joe. He's too nice.
That's the trouble. It's like we have these personas that we can like hide behind when others are speaking.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, don't say too much.
Yeah, I've got a good idea. Let's see if Pat Lap's awake.
What time? It's got to be too early in Canada, right?
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
I think it's like 5 o'clock in Arizona in the morning.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Really, what I was actually going to be doing today was trying to cut all that plywood up, but I'm glad that Richard's actually mentioned that because I hadn't thought of doing it like that. And I suppose it would be quicker in a way. I know it was going to be fiddly to try and hold the smaller pieces of ply and flush trim them up. I don't know. Decisions.
Yeah. So, I've sent Pat a link and said we're live on the podcast. Come on in.
Oh God, you can. Oh, he's going to be in bed and then he'll actually join it live from his bed. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. And some of the videos he sent me, I should really have thought it through.
He could be in the middle of the 3 S's this morning.
Oh, let's hope not. Oh dear. Who else can we invite in here? What time is it over in Oregon? He's there 8 hours behind us. So on that, Robin and Carl will still be in bed.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, why does the Earth have to spin? Why can't it just like stay still and be the same time?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it's not very considerate.
I can't understand how a square can spin anyway.
Something that's flat.
Just it doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah. Why don't we fall off the side of it either?
When you get to the other end, you actually end up back on yourself. So it's just like constant. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's something to think about. I'm fairly new to woodworking. Here we go. Drew 86. I'm fairly new to woodworking, but love it and catching on quick. I'm building a tiny kitchen table for my mother-in-law right now. That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
That's awesome.
It's always great to hear about people getting into the craft.
Yeah, that's great. Whereabouts are you from, Drew 86? I would love to call you by your first name, but I'm assuming your name will be Andrew or Drew.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's just a guess.
I went to uni with a guy called Drew.
Yeah, I know of someone called Drew as well.
I feel left out.
Oh, it's from New Mexico. Oh yeah, it's Andrew. Yeah, there we go.
That's super early there, isn't it? Like, still dark.
I presume so. Yeah.
Keep asking all these times.
Yeah. Andy just said that's a good name, dude.
I just noticed Chris has gone. Where's Chris?
He said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's 6:20 in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's not even. Even like.
It's funny that it's getting light. He said it's 6 a.m. It's funny that Andy Berkey or Mr. Andy Berkey says he's working in his shop, but he's able to type in the chat. Here he is in his back. He's in his workshop now.
He's getting his gloves on. He means business.
Uh-oh.
I've got to say.
It's that image of like being in the doctors and they get the rubber gloves out and snap.
It's party time.
Fingerless as well. That's not very bit unhygienic.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Could have get a proper feel for it.
Yeah. Cough, Chris.
Yeah. I knew he wasn't a doctor when he got the fingerless gloves out.
Mr. Alex Halfpenny in the house. Plowstrom Crafts. It's now here in Derbyshire, and you're interrupting my fretboard build, but carry on, it's worth it.
And Alex is on his lunch break as well, so we seem to have got a good time.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, Andy Berkey is getting everyone to tell me to piss off. Oh, I love you, Andy. These are my anti-Andy goggles.
So, Joe, what is that? Because I arrived late in the conversation. What is that you're building?
Well, that is actually going to be my next charity build. So first, like the concept was just because like everything that I've done so far has been from walnut and plywood. So I thought try and keep the same theme through each project if I can. And I thought, well, layering plywood always looks nice. And I was thinking, well, try and make it a bit different. So I thought, a cylinder, I could easily cut that out with a jigsaw or a router. And then I just thought, oh, make it like a little shelving unit. I don't really know what to describe it because it's probably going to be like bedroom table kind of size. But I want to put a Lazy Susan in the bottom so it can spin round. The walnut base will be fixed. I might put some metal legs on the bottom yet, like bum feet, but I really don't know if it needs it. I'm not sure yet. And the top will have the balloon put in like I'm doing on everything. But yeah, basically the walnut will be really rounded over as well, top and bottom. That's just the concept at the minute.
That's pretty cool. I wonder, because you're thinking about putting a Lazy Susan at the bottom so the entire thing spins, or do you want to just have the top spin?
But it'll be this part of the walnut underneath. Oops, copied it. Like I'll have the Lazy Susan concealed inside that. So the walnut will remain fixed at the bottom, but then everything above will
then the whole thing will turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that.
Because then, like, if you add it next to your bed, then it could be turned round so you never see the drawers and you just have that solid-looking piece. And then when you want to access something, you just spin it back round to reveal what you want.
Oh, your mother comes into the room, you can turn it around so she doesn't see all the pornographic magazines.
Exactly. I did think about putting like USBs in there to have it for like device charging stations. But then it was, am I adding too much and am I making it too complicated for no good reason? So I don't know. I could have put like a female USB.
I think that unit itself is pretty cool. I mean, what you decide to put in there, I mean, that's up to you. But I think that's pretty awesome.
Cheers. I think it'll turn out okay. Should fit with the other things that I've been making at least. So it's got some continuity. Can't even speak. Continuity.
Continuity.
There you go.
There you go.
So it looks good. So it
Mm.
looks good.
Do you know what would make that badass, John?
What?
Fire.
If you had the doors on it.
Doors. I thought about like, you know, the roll top desks.
Yeah, like a timber door.
Slide, yeah. But I don't know. I think that'd be too far out of what I can actually do myself. I don't know.
No, I reckon you could do that if you took it with the two middle shelves, so it was just a big cupboard.
Yeah.
And then in the top and bottom of your, the lid and the base.
Yeah.
Route a groove in that, just a square trench. Then you can just make up a whole load of basically slats.
Yeah.
And then glue them to a bit of fabric, like thick cotton.
Yeah.
So it holds them all together, and they'll slide in and out of the
I'll get you.
those tracks. Or if you actually had a door on it, so you made it like you're going to make it now, but in a complete circle, and then using your track saw,
cut it through,
and put hinges on it. That would be badass.
Oh, you got me thinking now.
Yeah, that'd be seriously cool. And if you made it out of, I mean, you've already got the materials for that, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got everything.
So if you got some really high quality birch ply,
yeah,
you'd get no voids in that. You wouldn't have to worry about putting milliput in the voids or anything like that.
Yeah. I don't know, you got me thinking there.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No, that's awesome. That would be a seriously cool bit of furniture.
Yeah, I do like that. I was going to be cutting on today as well. I might hold off and try and sort it.
Yeah.
Or even if you made it out of, like, I know, like, I'm just random ideas here. If you made that out of MDF,
yeah,
and then no, so bear with, make it out of MDF, and then sand all those, because you're going to route the edges, so they'll come out fairly smooth. So by the time that you've sealed it and sanded it, you would get like a proper gloss, and you could even veneer it.
Yeah, I do actually like the look of MDF sometimes. I think it's kind of like when you'll see the polished concrete, that kind of principle, like something that's cheap and nasty looking can have some appeal because it's random patterns you can get in it sometimes, especially the exposed edges. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you've got MDF's got to be painted for me or veneered.
Yeah,
but you can get a really beautiful, like you said, almost polished edge on MDF with a bit of work and some sealing and weeks of sanding and breathing in all that toxic dust. But if you spray paint MDF, you can literally get like a car body finish on it.
Yeah.
It's cheaper too.
It is. That's the best part.
I found someone that wants to come in.
Oh God.
Look at that. Around looking for people.
Wait a minute. We have a special guest right there. That's my cat.
Gerald.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, Gerald's here as well.
You're right, Gerald.
That wasn't the person I was talking about. Because he told me that he couldn't come in. But hello, Red Smith.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm fine. A little bit tired because of the weekend in Hanover, but it was great. And I still have a few minutes before the kids wake up. Yeah. Hello.
So tell us all about Hanover.
It was a great weekend actually. I had the opportunity to meet a lot of awesome makers. Have you maybe seen in the picture I posted or other posted on Instagram or Facebook? So we were a bunch of makers, and it was great to meet them all. And Saturday and Sunday in around 1 p.m. we had a panel talk. Talking about what is it to be a maker on YouTube with Laura Kampf, Jacko, whatever, Alex Tuku, Christiana from Gets and Dirty, Lucas from Jenny Swiss, Kiel was the guy in charge of the talk, myself, Sunday James Burton. He's a guy. He is a very big channel on YouTube, and he's making exoskeleton and armors and crazy stuff. And it was pretty awesome to have. Who else? I forgot someone. Just give me a minute.
I was definitely very jealous seeing all of the posts coming out to the event.
Yeah, Carlitos also was here, and I've seen Rob and Peter and Marcus and a lot of people, and it was a very, very, very good weekend.
Wish I could have made it, really do.
Next time,
hopefully. Never actually been to Germany or anything like that, so that would be one to tick off the bucket list.
Yeah, pretty good food and beer.
Oh, can you imagine?
Brilliant.
Now we're talking. No.
Better than that American water.
I see. Yes.
You've got a point, Chris.
Was that how you say called for? I'm sorry, Gerald entered the room and I just start automatically trying to speak French. It's like, oh,
keep going.
I thought that was your Godfather impression.
Oh no, what was that? Nothing like French.
No.
Come here in my house.
Another expression.
It's all gone crazy. Hang on, there's another. Who's that? Something new. JV.
Close enough. Just a random person that they let in the back door. Blame it on Mr. Page.
Hi, Javi.
Jay. What's up? What are you working on?
Evening, all. Big fan. I'm working on organization, I guess is the only word that describes it.
Getting some organization or improving it, or
I'm trying to struggle doing projects in a very limited space. I have the equivalent of 4 one-car garages, but
they're split up, aren't they?
But unfortunately, it's filled with stuff. So I'm trying to move the stuff and get rid of stuff.
And you thought I had a big.
So it's half the size of the Chris chop, is it?
That's like what Chris has got under his workbench.
Yeah.
You can see my entire workbench. You know that's a lie.
His super wide angle lens on.
Yeah, right.
I know that's a lie.
His super wide angle lens on.
Sean, this is getting a bit of a rabble.
Show your audience, Sean.
Hello.
On the YouTube feed.
Yeah, his YouTube feed.
Sean, this is getting a bit of a rabble.
Show your audience, Sean.
Hello.
On the YouTube feed. You're breaking it.
YouTube feed.
There we go.
Let's see.
I think it was because you were listening to it on another tab. The listening.
Yeah.
How goes it?
Anyway.
I'm telling you.
Pardon?
How
How are you
goes it?
doing? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm doing a push stick for the table saw. I just got a table saw. Can you see this?
Oh wow.
It's a push stick.
That's very nice.
Whoa. I'd be scared to use it.
Yeah. I think if you're going to be using a tool every day, might as well use something that you would want to use. So,
True. Very true.
Right,
I'd be
then
scared of
you'd
it
be
getting cut.
yeah.
So
Beautiful work.
it's like one of those ceremonial that you use for special occasions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you hand carve that?
Yeah. Let's see. My teacher gave me how do you pronounce are they called Kifiel or something? But those chisels, I think.
Right.
All right.
I think you recognise them, but I don't know the name of them. Yeah. Doing it with those.
Something that nice. I'd rather use my hand so I don't ruin the piece.
Yeah.
Soon I'll lose a finger.
Yeah. Too late for that.
Oh dear.
Wasn't on a saw though.
What you've got to do, Sean, is just run it, just like jab it into the blade. Before you do any cuts, just turn the saw on and just nick the end of it, because it's going to happen, and then you're just like, right, it's going to cut it. There we go, job done. Now I'm not going to cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Get used to it.
Oh,
Oh dear.
I haven't forgotten. You know this collaboration?
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about it. I've just been so busy doing other things, and it's sort of ended up getting pushed back and back and back. And then I watched your the inlay of the table.
Yeah.
And there was a bit in there about you sort of working on, and I don't know whether it was intended.
And I think he's frozen.
I've completely. I need to work on that.
What did you say?
I think he froze up.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
Yeah, I was watching the inlay table video, and you mentioned about projects coming up, and it kind of came across like you were about to say collaboration and then didn't, and I was like, yes, I need to get in touch with you and sort that out.
You just showed a segmented piece earlier on, didn't you, to Joe?
Yeah, me. I've got two that are on the go. 2 bits of segments. They're literally just sat on the back here. If I put them away, I forget about them. So they're that's why I have to leave them out.
Yeah. So, Berkey has just said, "Can I ask Redsmith if he could sing a song by Plastic Bertrand?"
Who?
The what?
Plastic Bertrand.
Oh, plan pour moi. No, I can't. I can't sing that. I'm sorry, Andy.
Sure, you can ask, but I'm not doing it.
No. I'm really bad at singing stuff. So yeah.
What else we got over there? Who have we got over there? We've got SA Maker. Our average Joe's Joinery is over in the chat. Nice to see him there for a change.
I like him.
Yeah. No, I'm not too keen on him, to be honest. West Luffus. Anyone going to the UK one? UK what one?
I presume it's
Something.
the Maker Central.
Maker Central, yeah. You can find all that stuff on makercentral.co.uk, not .com, like Makers internationalpodcast.com.
Yeah. I'll definitely be there anyway. I'll be there for both days. I've had quite a few people asking what day I'll be there. So all weekend. I think you'll be there both days, won't you, Jamie?
Yes.
Yeah, great. And Richard will be there
both days.
Me too.
Fantastic.
And a Redsmith.
Great.
Yeah. I'm going to turn up there in like Japanese style Redsmith cuff.
I want to get my my Mancrafting mug from Chad whilst we're there.
Your Mancrafting mug. Shall I turn up all 3 of mine?
Yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah, I asked him to make a Brain Fizz one and bring it over with him because I'm too tight to pay the postage. So he said he'd do that.
I said, here, come over a suitcase full of blooming cups.
Yeah, but think about the amount of space he'll have for stuff to take back.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, you'd be able to keep the weight down.
That was a problem I had. Like, I had a relatively decent sized suitcase going to the States, and then coming back, I had to get a whole another suitcase because I got that much stuff to bring back. Cost a fortune.
Yeah, but you come back with a load of power tools, didn't you?
I come back with a couple, yeah, because it wasn't available here, and it's so much cheaper. I got the Ryobi pin nailer bolt in the States. It was $110. £3 out, £220. So it's like, I think I'll get that one in the States while I'm here.
Wow.
Pay for the luggage, extra weight itself.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the prices of some of the stuff over in the States compared to the UK. It was just incredible, the price difference.
I'll tell you what.
Do you remember that?
Go on, Richard.
Go on, Joe. Yeah, go on, Joe.
Okay.
Was it cheaper or more expensive?
Making or anything like that. I was going to say what I miss most. Whenever you'd go to like a petrol station, they'd have a slush machine inside, like the biggest slush machine with every flavour you can think of. It was only like $1 for a massive drink. And it's like, I love.
I guess he's frozen up. I think what he was basically going to say is it's going to cost $2 for a massive drink. You know, it's like next to nothing. One of the things I couldn't really work out was we went into one gas station or petrol station, however you want to call it, and they were selling small drinks with free refills, and that was $1. Or you could buy a large drink with no free refill for $2. And I was sitting there thinking, well, why would you get a large drink if you can get for $2 if you can get a small drink for $1 and get free refills and just keep going back up?
You might be drive-through.
Could be, yeah. I suppose that's one way of doing it.
If you don't,
I'll just keep going back through the drive-through.
Well, they're not figuring on people actually hanging out at the gas station long enough to fill it up.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. Plus, it
What
might
did
have
you
kids
get?
with them. Oh, I didn't. I just got a can of drink. I did. I'm not really one for the slushies or anything like that.
All of them I do.
Yeah, well, you look about 12. That's why. I never realised that I'm actually 10 years older than Joe.
Joe's a little nipper, isn't he?
And here we go. Richard's 15 years older than Joe.
Yeah.
So that makes Chris 65 years older than Joe.
I think that was the last count.
But do you know what, Jamie? We can say, oh, Joe's, young Joe, young lad, and all the rest of it, but he's got the advantage. Because I wish I was doing what I'm doing now when I was Joe's age.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm getting old anyway myself, so I'm starting to feel it now. You get to that age where it's like, hold on, I'm not actually young anymore.
You're 20 what? You
25. Come on, that's old now.
25. Oh,
It is when you still feel like, hold up, I'm not a teenager. I should actually start adult life soon.
for at least 5 years.
Wait till you're 40, Joe.
Oh no, can you imagine?
I can, actually. I can.
Oh dear. I don't want to be. I'm already 40. FAULTY.
Faulty, not 40.
Yeah, 40.
FAULT. Sean, you're looking really busy there, mate. What are you working on?
Still carving the push stick.
I thought you'd finished it.
Oh no, I've got the that end is still flat,
Oh yeah, I can see that.
but that end is carved. So just the end bit, and then I'm done.
Is
You
this
know they
going
do
to
plastic ones, don't they?
Pardon?
You do not have plastic ones.
Yeah, I do have a plastic one. Yeah.
Is this going to be a video? Is it?
Yeah. It'll come out like in a week or so, I think.
Nice.
I'm also making a tabletop for a friend, so that's that'll come out soon. It's not as impressive, yeah.
You know what we haven't done? We haven't asked the guests on here to plug their social medias. So we better get them to do that. So Sean, do you want to let everyone know where you can be found?
All right. SE Woodwork on YouTube and SE_Woodwork on Instagram.
Red Smith, where can everyone find you?
The Red Smith on YouTube and the_Red Smith on Instagram. And if you guys want to know why you don't make knives while you're hanging out with people, that's why.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Just got myself, but it's okay. I will.
You got 9 more.
Yeah, exactly. I got 9 more. Okay, it's fixed.
Scar and remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
This one was with the
Yeah,
guys.
it's all good. And Javi.
Well, I can be found in Javi's Woodshop at YouTube and Facebook.
Nice. And I believe you've got a website as well, haven't you?
Yeah, javiswoodshop.com or javi.com, and It's not well. It's all. I'm in the newbie stages. I just recently retired. 52, by the way, for all you young guys out there. You know,
Young
and,
the day older,
Chris,
51.
the youngest of all. And so I'm trying to, follow my passion as we all do.
Maybe not.
He's a very happy guy.
This makes no mention to his age or what he does.
I'm younger than you are mentally.
You got Alex Halfpenny in the chat, says thanks for the stickers, Gerald. And he also says there's no way Richard is 25.
You're very welcome, Alex.
No, I'm not 25.
No, I think he's getting Richard and Joe mixed up.
I was going to say that would make Joe 10.
I think that's where he was kind of joking about. Where I made a joke about Joe liking slush puppies.
Okay, I won't ask.
Probably best not to, I think, on that one, Chris.
Yeah, because I think you call puppies something else in the States, don't you?
I'll let you answer that one.
Well, let's see. I've used the term nice puppies. I'm never really
Chris, did you get everything squared away? You were quite busy this morning, weren't you, doing something?
Yeah, but I figured if we're going to sit down and do this, I probably got to go somewhere where I have an internet connection that's with it.
That's a good idea. Let's send Alex a link.
Mr. 2Q?
Yeah. No, not
Penny.
No, Halfpenny.
Oh.
We got
But if Alex 2Q is here too.
Are you going to send him the link, Joe?
I don't know how to get it, to be honest with you.
I can't remember what his name is on. There we go.
You don't know how to get. You don't know how to get the link, Joe, or you don't know how to get it to him.
I don't know how to get the link to join. I can get the link to the YouTube link, like to actually watch it.
Oh well, if you scroll to the top of the screen,
I'll send it to him.
Well, Jamie, I'm trying to help Joe just for a second, okay? If you don't mind. Jeez, some people's kids. If you go to the top of your
fish,
if you go up to the top of your screen, Joe, you'll see a guy with a little plus sign next to him. Click on that, and
right, yeah, I got that link now. Yeah,
and then you can see the link there. There you go.
Right.
You're welcome. Carry on, Jamie. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think I've sent it to the wrong person.
Here comes the tax job.
Oh well, we'll have some random maker come in if I have sent it to the wrong person.
Well, let's just hope they do actually make stuff. It's not just some random.
They've got the same name.
I'll send it to him.
a porn star from Brazil joins us.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Have a look.
I don't see any objections to that.
Could be interesting.
Oh, there we go. Pat Lap said he's at work, so he can't.
In Brazil?
With a porn star?
In Brazil, yeah.
Pat is the man.
He's the porn star in Brazil.
Stop it. Now I got an image of Pat Lap in Brazil as a porn star.
But just imagine the tan Pat probably has. Come on.
Yes, Patrick's Workshop. This is live. And hello, Mr. Bobley's Workshop.
Oh, 2 ticks.
What is Richard doing? Does anybody know?
Some doors to the project he was talking about before.
No, okay. I was wondering if even Richard knew what he was doing. All right.
You got any projects on the go, Jamie? Like apart from that Queen?
Apart from Queen, I've actually got to do another scroll saw portrait, another scroll saw picture of like a war scene, if you like.
All right.
Let me see if I can get the picture up.
Oh, Jamie, by the way, I got something in honor of you here.
Oh.
Just imagine the top cabinet is yellow.
What is it?
It'll take a second.
Oh, the Minion.
I was looking at the back of my screen and I go, man, it looks like the eyes of a minion.
Yeah, I've got to do like a war scene. I can't. It's going to take ages for me to look for that picture. But yeah, I've got to do like a war scene. It's like there's some tanks in it, some aeroplanes, and I've got to do a couple of them as well. I've still got that the epoxy project that I've been talking about as well that I've got to do. I've obviously got some turning projects I want to get done. I've actually got big Carl Jacobson sent me some Fordite as well, so I want to try and incorporate some projects with that Carl hasn't done. So I don't want to go copying Carl on his projects.
I've got something in honor of you too, Jamie. Here you go. This is it.
Daniel, is what you need to get drunk to talk to me.
Yeah, it's what gets me through the podcast every Sunday. And you'll notice that it's almost gone. So yeah. 50 episodes later, that's how much it takes.
What's worrying me is what time in the morning is it over there?
No, it's 9 o'clock. I don't think I'll be cracking that open anytime soon.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's no. Cheers. Coffee.
Talking about the podcast, when Chris will be on the spotlight?
Never.
No, you.
Oh, he
will. You have to.
He will. He'll probably be the last person to be on it.
Yeah.
Episode 100, Gerald, is when I told them I would do it.
Okay. Great.
We're doing 7 podcasts a week to get to it.
We're every 25th episode, we're highlighting one of us. Because we did, I believe we did. Joe, were you at number 25, or was that was Alan? It was
Alan,
No, Joe was first, wasn't he?
Yeah, Joe was first, but then we decided, I think going into the 25th episode, that every 25th one we would highlight somebody. So the next one the next one is 150, which is why it's Jamie's turn. And Joe and I have even done special artwork just for Jamie.
So Richard and Chris are kind of getting away with it because that's going to be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, Richard will be 75, and I'm praying that this thing breaks up before we get to 100.
The danger of that, though, Chris, is it suddenly gets more and more and more and more and more. So actually, by Joe going first, potentially Joe's would be the easiest.
That's probably
we may have a huge viewership by the time it gets to you, Chris. So more and more people, and then all of a sudden your channel might explode.
That never going to happen. Either one. I'm sorry, I just don't think it's going to happen.
You've got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I guess you do, but I don't. Third, let me see. The 3rd, 10th. You know that next month, the 17th of September, is going to be our 1-year anniversary of doing this.
Yep, and that's when we've got a guest on. I'm not going to say who. Not at the moment.
Is that when we scheduled him for?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what a letdown. No, I'm just kidding. I thought we were doing something special. Oh, wait, yes, we are. Never mind.
The 1-year anniversary.
We can actually say we're doing a giveaway that day.
Oh, a 1-year anniversary giveaway that day.
Yeah,
that's nice. What do you get? What are you going to give me? Oh, we're giving it away to people who listen. Oh,
yeah.
All right, whatever.
Well,
can we split up just before Christmas?
Well, technically, if you listen to the podcast, you might be able to win it.
I have to listen to it twice. Once while we're doing it, and the other time when I'm editing it. Joe and I are the ones that are stuck listening to the podcast twice.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 entries.
2 entries.
Do I have to subscribe though? Because I really don't want to.
Probably not worth the advert, to be honest.
Yeah.
Watch it later.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, watch later. I know what the prize is. I wouldn't bother.
I'll put it on that watch later list. How's that? I just want to be like Richard.
Let's have a look over in the chat, see what's going on. Bob's Lee's Workshop, what is going on? Patrick's Workshop, is this live? Yes, Mr. Patrick's Workshop.
Deja vu.
If it wasn't live, you wouldn't be able to comment, would you?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to comment if he wasn't. Oh, hello, Patrick. Good morning. How are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Welcome to Tuesday.
And Alex Harpen, and Chris is back on the booze after his diet caffeine-free Coke binge on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
Just an awesome impromptu pop-up podcast, and everyone has been joining in.
Cheers to that.
Nothing to do.
Why not?
Well, jobless work-at-home hacks.
So are you guys staying in the Hilton for Makers Central?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
No,
Not the same room. Not the same room.
Yeah, different rooms, trust me.
Oh.
Jamie's been begging, but it's not happening.
Is anybody familiar with that Hilton?
Did what?
I said, is anyone familiar with that Hilton?
No, I'm familiar with the Hilton.
I've been to the NEC before and seen there's basically all those hotels in the same area. There's a Premier Inn, a Hotel Inn, and a Hilton pretty close to it. I know I'm in the Holiday Inn, I think.
I was wondering if what I guess I'd go to the website and check it out, but I was hoping there was like a commons area downstairs where we could actually do the podcast from on Sunday evening.
Yeah.
I mean,
think there was somewhere like that.
Okay, because I don't want to have to go to Jamie's room to do it. I mean, that would be kind of...
You just don't want to go. Maybe you want that.
I can see Richard right now sitting on Jamie's hotel room bed. Hello.
Yeah, I can imagine
moving dirty socks and underwear out of the way. So no, I don't want to do that.
Do you remember the episode where I was in the? It was one of our early ones because it was last October, and I was staying in
Orlando.
No, not Orlando. In it was a Premier Inn.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I was at the NEC doing a show there.
Yeah.
I was demoing for Pia, and I had a pounding headache. I got back to the room and I fell asleep. And basically, you were all texting me going, "Where are you?" And I literally just woke up, turned the computer on, did the podcast, and then went back to sleep. So, it's a nightmare of doing it in a hotel.
I don't remember that podcast. Do you guys remember which one that was?
Yeah, I do.
Damn, I can't remember what show it was. And I think that was before we started putting them on live and on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately.
It sounds like Alex Halfpenny's trying to arrange a camping event. He goes, camp, who's up for camping?
Oh, I am. I just don't know if I can do it in the UK. I mean, it's a bit of a trip to haul a tent, Alex.
Yeah. That's where I draw the line.
I'll start rowing now. I'll see you next year.
They do sell tents.
As long as there's a big fire. As long as there's a big fire, I'd go camping.
What was the big rural camping event that they did in the States this year? I want to say
that was out west.
Skytoke.
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
That was it. We could do something like that in the UK potentially.
What, with all the rain?
Well, no, just do it on a day like today when it's baking hot.
Camping indoors. We can make forts.
Yeah. Just take a load of cordless tools, generators.
Bring a bunch of couches and just lay blankets over the top, Jamie, just like when you were a kid.
We can all go in one of your 5 shops, Richard.
Yeah, so they're not big enough for that. They're not that big.
Mind you, Joseph's bought a tent.
Yeah, I got a gazebo.
Yeah.
That'd work. You could do it in that.
Exactly.
Make some gazebos down there.
I've got a 6 metre by 4 metre gazebo.
It's a marquee.
All right, a marquee then.
What's a marquee?
Like a massive gazebo.
For like weddings.
Gerald, you're French. What, you don't know what a marquee is?
Yeah, but for me, a marquee is someone from the high society.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's
It's a high society tent.
Okay.
Don't you mean a
got it.
marquee?
Actually, I think it's 8 by 4.
It's a tent with a ruler. Off with your head. Off with your head.
Give me 2 ticks, guys.
You're going to have to give me more than that. I'm going to actually go out and try to get something done today. So you guys have fun on this podcast, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Chris.
All right.
Bye, Chris.
I'll see if I can pick it up out there. Maybe I can at least listen to you, so don't talk about me.
I can't guarantee that.
Never mind. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
Take it
Yeah.
easy. What's this? Alex Harfenton is a French word. Dom from Smash Melon Creations, I'll keep in my van. He'll bring some pen blanks to burn.
I was actually talking to somebody about getting like, an old VW camper van and doing a tour around the UK and Europe, meeting up with different makers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you got a driving license?
Yeah, I've got a license. the last time I drove was my test.
Oh, was I?
When I was like 18.
What all the buttons and levers do.
I know, exactly. It's the insurance. It's a nightmare. The cost of insurance. I can't afford it.
Oh, dear.
How long have you had your license, Joe?
I was 18 when I passed. I'll be 25, so I've 7 years.
So, although you basically haven't got in a vehicle,
Yeah.
the fact that you've had your driving license for 7 years will actually make a big difference on your.
Yeah, no claims.
You've got no, it won't be no claims because you've got to have the policies. But you haven't made any claims in the last 7 years, and the question is always how long have you had your license?
Yeah.
7 years. So they'll take that into account.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the I don't know how the rules are in the UK, but here in the States, when you're 25, they drop drastically.
That's what I'm hoping for, because I'll be like turning in November. At the moment, if I get a car that costs £1,000, it's going to cost me £3,000 for the year to insure it. And I can't bring myself to pay that.
Yeah.
That's mad.
You can buy lots of tools for that.
Exactly.
I
Might not be able to get anywhere, but at least I'll have the tools.
I could insure my van for 10 years on that.
All right, I'll rub it in.
I don't know, but it's bonkers, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy.
Crazy.
And it's because people are making false claims and
Yeah. And boy races.
boy races, yeah.
I can't even van for plywood.
Get an old Ford Transit or a VW P5 and convert it into a camper.
Yeah, it could work.
You could do it
I think it'd be a good thing to do. I mean, like anything else, money would be the biggest obstacle. But as an experience to travel the country, travel Europe, and just meet up with random people, I think it'd be good.
But yeah, because you could do like a whole series on random, go and see people, make a video, post it.
Yeah, well, Ron, like the wood traveller in the US, how he used to travel around and just stop at random people's workshops and interview them and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was a guy in the States that used to. I can't think of what his name is now.
I just said Ron.
Oh, was his name Ron? His name is that it?
Ron Buchanan.
That's it.
Yeah. Your internet must have cut out there, Jamie, I think.
Yeah, it must have done. Either that or I just didn't care.
Probably that. That'd be good. Like go to random events as well. Just I don't know. Just an idea kicking around.
Something different, something that people aren't doing, and
yeah,
that's. I think that's got a lot of mileage.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I'm gonna have to shoot off. I've got to go to Howden's to pick up some hardware for staircase I'm doing tomorrow, and I've just realised it's getting on for 2 o'clock, and I haven't done it. I'm not saying I'm just going to go on, let you guys crack on, if I press the hang up button and leave the call,
it will still stay on because I was the one that started it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you just you turn off your podcast, hang up on the call at the top of the screen, and not stop broadcast.
Yeah, top broadcast at the bottom, isn't it? So let's see if this works. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it says, I've got a little box that says confirm exit. You are currently broadcasting. Exiting this hangout will also stop this broadcast. Do you want to exit your broadcast?
It shouldn't stop it because I've got to stop broadcasting as well.
I don't think it'll stop.
But it says end broadcast. I'm scared.
Well, maybe we should end it here then.
Yeah, call it a day.
Or I could just turn my internet off and just unplug my internet.
Yeah, no, because it will still do it as soon as you leave the page. It will cut the feed.
Yeah, it shouldn't do because my internet cut out before, and I had to restart my laptop, and you guys were all still here.
I generally don't know what to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll turn my internet off, or one of you kick me out, and then if you want to carry on, then just carry on.
Hang on then. Hang on. Eject. Are you sure you want to eject Mags International yet? See you later, Richard. Bye. I like that eject button.
Works well.
Yeah. Right, we was able to carry on. I'm gonna have to do that during the podcast.
As soon as he does the intro.
Yeah. Hello. Bye. Rightio, who we got over in chat? Right, Liam Hill has just turned up. So hello, Liam. Alex says, cut the blue wire. Inside disarming a bomb.
Liam says I should get a push bike. It's the carrying the plywood on the back. That's the problem. A full sheet 8x4 on a push bike coming from B&Q. I'd take off.
It's a struggle getting it on the bus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. End up being like that. Oh, what's his name? The guy that goes, I don't know, he's been a New York guy in America. Oh, he had that famous bike.
I don't know.
Pee Wee Herman?
Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, I get ya. Yeah.
All right. Just about had him purged from my memory. Now you had to remind me.
Sorry, Harvey.
Wait, don't come in.
Oh, that laugh used to go right through me.
Yeah. Paul Rubens.
Oh, is that his real name, is it?
Yeah, Paul Rubens. He was great in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I didn't realise he was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of the vampires, right?
Look, play it again, and the guy that dies and has that death scene, and at the very end of the movie, he has a little cameo.
The bar, because I can still.
That's him.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Chris Cute, just close the page, Richard.
Wait, no, don't.
Alex says, Toodles?
Don't. I've got to go. I've got to finish something. But thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining.
No worries,
in,
mate.
Hope you have a good day.
No worries.
See you later.
See ya.
I wonder if there's any other people awake in the community that want to join in. I doubt it, to be honest.
Probably not. Not this time.
Nah.
I should really be cracking on with this design now that Richard's put all those ideas in my head.
I need to crack on as well. Well, this is definitely something we're going to be doing more often.
It's good to just jump in when we feel like it, when we've actually got some free time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always good talking to everyone.
So, yeah, I think we'll call this for time for the time being.
What time is it over there, Jamie?
It is now 2:15 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're call it time for this afternoon.
Yeah.
or this morning in the States, or this evening in Australia. And until the next time of Pop-Up Podcast, we'll see everybody soon.
See you again.
See you later.
Bye.